Okay, if I can get everyone with a hockey sweater to come up here, and I need two people that don't yet have hockey sweaters, and that is Sharon and Tanya, because you're wearing them too.
Hey Matt, you made it.
Number 4. Okay, we can wait. There, now the stage is a little more full. So some people will say hockey's a religion, but it's not. It's a game. And I know Ron McLean says it better than I do, but it's a love affair that Canada has with this game, and it's a love affair that we have with this game. God, I thought I'd get a little further than that. Anyway, this is the representatives of the Norland Hockey team, and B, there's a little plaque here for B final champions, which was a great game. But up here is something for everyone, and Jordan's already help me out. Jordan's gonna. All of these trophies are different, or almost all different, and that is because where they came from. And I assure you, no expense was spared here. So the first one Jordan has brought me is for Angus Earl. And you will get the flavor of these awards when we describe it as, this is our David to their Goliath. And it really comes from, in various games, and maybe one particularly on our last day, Angus, he's not the biggest guy, but he finds himself wrestling with the biggest guy. And maybe even ended up in the penalty box for it. Graydon Earl here, and the award is for the best skater on the bench. And that is because, and it was either his last game or second last game, as I opened up the door to the bench, coming in for a change, and all of a sudden, he disappeared, falls straight on his back to the ice, and I had to look over like, hey man, you okay? And he was okay, but, what's my next one? Emerson Earl, most stamina, and this is because he goes out there on the ice, I don't know for how long, a long time, and he never seems to come back huffing or puffing, sweating yes, but he never seems to lose his wind. Oh, this is for our goalie who isn't here unfortunately. Steve Belfry suffered an injury in our third game of the year and never was able to play again. We'll make sure this gets to him. It is the best starting goalie award. Actually, can I get the gold one there? How do I do the skate? This is kind of a family thing. Emmett Gill. This award is for the most misunderstood on defense. And we'll see, it is a glove and a skate. And with Emmett's style of play, he prefers the game be just a little bit slower than some of the other people wish to play it. And on occasion, both his glove and his skate seem to have become into that sort of play. And in fact, I remember in our last game, one of the other guys on another team actually skated right over his skate, and Emmett got the tripping pun. So that's why he's most understood. But I have a matching sort of one for Spencer. Same glove, same skate. But it is the most fearless, but don't tell mom. Okay, these go together, and we'll get these to Joe and Kyle. They're two new players on our team, and as you know, our league is non-contact. Well, these two guys smoked each other at center ice so hard, they both hit the ice and came back shaking out cobwebs. So for Joe, we have the best hit of the year, just ask Kyle, and for Kyle, we have, for the best hit of the year, just ask Joe. Harrison's not here, but Harrison played maybe once or twice for us this year. So Harrison has the best semi-retired player coach award. Travis Campbell. The center with the loudest cheers. So this is really known as the Hannah Wessel Award. So, when Travis is out there and he does something good, or he does something bad, or he's just out there, we know he's out there. Jonah Wessel, who's unfortunately not here today, he is the most improved pocket picker because Jonah has a way, he doesn't get to the puck necessarily first, it's often third, but oftentimes when three guys come together with the puck, Jonah's the guy who just slips the stick in and takes it away the other way. Oh yes, Tanya Earl. This is the nose-blind mom and wife award. Because anyone who can travel from Norland to where we go, to either Lindsay members or wherever, with 3 or 4 hockey bags in the car, has one, obviously has the nose-blind award. Matt Doble. There's a couple of reasons that this is crystal. Not that he breaks that easy, but he could. It is the Bulldog with blistering speed award. Because Matt goes up and down that ice. He's one of those guys, once he's out there, it's like, you don't even know where he is. Because he's at both ends of the ice at the same time, but you know the puck is nearby. Ah, yes. Remember this one well. This is for Wally Earl. And you will note this player has no stick. And that is because Wally is the best player without the puck. Of all of the ones that were in it, and this is supposed to be for fun, and Owen's not here, but Owen has the most improved overall player award because Owen started playing with us like last year and had never played hockey on ice before. But this year, and I don't think anyone would disagree, he's stick-handled through people. He's scored some goals. He's actually really become, like he came to me one day, have you ever heard of Maurice Richard? It's like, really? Yes, I have. Have you? So he's actually like reading hockey, living hockey, breathing hockey. But of all the awards, this one is he is the most overall player, and I hope he comes back next year because I'd like to see him skate through 3 people and score the goal. Oh yes, way over in Thailand. Every time we have a tournament, the Yo's and Sharon host us afterwards. So Sharon is for being the hostess with the nachos. Well, this is for Dan. When we lost our goalie, Steve, his son stepped down. His name's Dan Belfry. So, and we got this to him, of course. He was the hardest working backup goalie because he had to play every game. Another one for Wally here, because I had 3 with a goalie on it. And this is the Emergency Backup Goalie Award. Because when Steve went down with his injury, it was literally 30 seconds into a game. And it was also a game, this is for you, Matt. Matt forgot his equipment that day. He came all the way to Manvers and didn't bring his stuff. So I was expecting to see Matt come out as a goalie. No. Matt put on Wally's equipment, and Wally put on the goalie equipment, and came out about 20 minutes later, and we continued the game. But
Because Matt's a winner.
because Matt is a winner. But for that, and see, you would have got this, Matt. This is the Emergency Backup Goalie Award. What are the 2? Oh, yep. And, yep, you can't forget that one. And if the flag goes down, the flag goes down. Oh, okay. We almost forgot Dave, and we can't forget Dave because Dave handles all. But in fact, he is as a solid defenseman, and this is that I remember sitting around and I've talked to his dad a couple of times, and saying I haven't really seen him play much, but I did see him out at the tournament. And is the best stay-at-home defenseman on the team. If you go into his corner of the rink coming in, you do so at your peril. So, this one, which can stay at the church, is in recognition of all of our dedicated fans. So this will stay here, along with this plaque for being the KBHLB final champs. So these stay here. And another one to stay, it's just simply marked hashtag pray for Humboldt. And that comes down to the fact that, it is Canada's game and the outpouring of support for that horrible bus crash. So we will leave that here too. We got them all. The last one. Oh, I forgot to put you in a shirt. Ross, come on. Over the years, I've heard Ross explain many times how he is not athletic. And he has suffered no injuries from athletic events. However, he has grandchildren and grandsons and granddaughters. So I think I found a sport that he can achieve, excel at. And this is a T-ball trophy. And it's for inspiring others to play within their limits. And the rest we'll make sure we get to everybody. It was a really fun year, and as I told the guys, although I didn't say it well, and yes, people talk about the value of a piece of paper, and paper is important. And when they think of it, and someone will know better than I do, how many hundreds of pages there are in a Bible and how important those pages are. But this week I did get 5 pages of paper that say I do not have cancer anymore. And those 5 pieces of paper mean a lot to me, just like these guys did. In our final game, when we won the B final, these guys were down 5-2. And I tried to tell them it's the end of the game, but I was just out of it. They went on this flurry of excellence. And I remember specifically, I don't remember who I had to hold back. I had to hold back Spencer at the bench once and somebody else, because we're really good at getting bench offsides. We send a guy out the door, and he's beyond the blue line, and the puck's coming in, and they blow the whistle. And in fact, Alex Ovechkin did that last night. Just saying. So it isn't just us. So anyway, I remember it was just a flurry of activity where they came back and actually tied the game. Eventually went on from a 5-5 tie, going down 6-5, up 6-6, and won in overtime. But there was 10 minutes, and this is literally the only 10 minutes since December 28th. It was so intense, I forgot about cancer. And these guys did that for me. So, thank you all. And unless there's anything anyone else has to add, this is proudly the Norland Hockey team.
All right, who's it then? Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Yes. I just wanted to add one last little thing. I'm pretty sure that none of those guys like being up here as much as I don't like being up here too. But I did feel that I needed to add one more thing. So our Saturday Night Hockey is it's a men's outreach. This is an extension of the church, and we do try on a regular basis to represent Norland, and it's supposed to say pioneer, but anyways, we do attempt on a regular basis to act as an extension of the church. We have a prayer before every game for those of you that haven't been out, and my point is that this is an outreach. This is a local outreach to men that are in the community and not necessarily in our specific community, but most of these guys are pretty regular fellas, but we are attempting to reach out to young men, and well, if you're in grade 9, if you're able to join the team, so so you're all young men, and the stipulation for playing in the league is that if you're going to play on Saturday night, you gotta make it out on Sunday, which separates us from. There's hockey going on every day of the week and every night of the week, and it's something that's an important distinction about what we do on a Saturday night. So, anyways, that's it. Thank you.